Hello everyone, back to today's second video of the weekend forecast. You can find the video chat here on the homepage. Just scroll down the page a little bit and it's underneath the link, as there's also the written version, and you get to the written version of weekend forecast via the buttons at the top of the page. It's going to be a changeable weekend. It's going to get a bit colder, I think, as the week progresses. But I'll let you have a look at weekend forecast and see what you think. This is CFS 6 months look ahead, and we're going to be going, as the name implies, 6 months ahead with the long range CFS V2 model. So this is going to take us from next month, from April 2017 through to September. Now, what you need to know with this is that the further out we're going, the more unreliable it's getting. So essentially it is just for fun. It's not to be relied upon at all. The first couple of months, April, May, probably has some scientific merit. Hopefully model is getting things right for that period. But beyond that, sort of June, July, August, September, the confidence falls, and it's just a snapshot really of what model is showing. But next month it may look very, very different for those months. But I'll endeavour to talk you through the next 6 months with CFS V2 in a second. Before I get on with that, just to say about the ads that goes over. There's video ads on all the pages. They own content. When you're watching, you can close them back up again, and it does help to pay for gas service. So thanks so much for getting involved, and thanks for doing that. The link to a CFS model is on the links page, so you can check out this website for yourself and the charts yourself if you would like to do that. Right, let's get on, and we're going to start off with the 700 millibar height anomalies for the next 6 months, and then we'll have a look at the corresponding temperature and corresponding precipitation anomalies. So we're starting with April, and hopefully it's only 1 month away. Hopefully this is the most reliable period of all of this. We see we've got an area of above average heights there around the UK, and also extending into the Atlantic as well. That looks really good for April. The jet stream will be up here, so we're on the mild side of the jet stream. And yeah, I think that's really good conditions as we're going through into April. Have a look at the corresponding temperature and precipitation anomalies in a moment. But I think that's just quite a lot of high pressure, quite a lot of dry weather, and hopefully quite a lot of warm weather as well. Coming over to this side of the chart, you can see that that ridge extends from the UK into many central parts of Europe as well, and jet stream is doing something rather like that. So a pretty decent spring month in April to start us off. We go through into May, and it looks like the decent weather continues. Above average heights are still extending through the UK and many northern and central parts of Europe as well. If we come over here, you can see that the ridge is extending into central and northern and western Europe. The jet stream is probably doing something a bit like that, so I think it's still placed on the mild side of the jet stream. Again, pretty decent conditions there as we're going into May. If this is right, we're going to have a very pleasant spring. There'll be a lot of dry and warm weather to enjoy through April and indeed through May. So we go through into June, the first month of the summer. We're 3 months out now, so reliability is falling, but this is still looking pretty good. We've got above average heights over Scandinavia and extending into Central Europe as well. There's probably some sort of trough going on through here, and I would have thought the jet stream is likely to be doing something a bit like that. So I think that could be pretty decent weather again for June. It is looking very nice, if you like, dry, warm conditions. I think this CFS 6 months look ahead this month. A lot of ridging up here. I think we'd be bringing the air in from the east or the southeast, which is going to be pretty decent in June. May produce cloud in eastern parts of the country, but temperatures would be quite warm. What about July? Do we keep things going? Well, this is looking very good as well. If you like hot weather in July, I know not all of you do like hot weather that are viewing, so you pay your money, you take your choice. If you like hot weather, this looks pretty decent because we've got above average heights again sitting to our east. There's probably a trough extending through here. The jet stream is probably doing something like that. I think we would be bringing up southerly, southeasterly influences here for July. The air would be coming up from there, and with the trough out here, we're probably producing potentially quite a lot of thunder as well. I look at that, and if we come over to this side of the chart with the ridge just there, and probably weak pressure down here, I look at that and think that could be a very thundery looking scenario for July. Quite hot, quite stormy. The caveat is that it's 4 months away, so we're getting to the realm of just the thumb. Now we go to August, and things look very different in August. We're taking above average heights into the central Atlantic by the look of it, and we've got them to our north as well. Then not much else is going on, but with quite a bit of above average heights up here, I would have thought we're likely to have a trough through here underneath it. So it's not all that apparent, but I think that could be a marked deterioration in the pattern for August. I think it could be a lot more unsettled, and unlike July, which is hinting at being warm and thundery, I think this could just be cool and unsettled really in August. So hints of a bit of a front-loaded summer perhaps from the CFS V2 this month. And then finally we get to September, the start of autumn, 6 months away, so it's just for fun. But we're going into a traditional sort of westerly pattern here. So we've got an area of below average heights around Iceland, above average heights down towards Spain, and probably sending the jet stream through rather like that. It's not worth worrying about because it's 6 months ahead, but it would be a fairly unsettled, probably Atlantic-driven start to the autumn in September. Okay, let's have a look at the temperature anomalies then, coming back to April. So I thought April looked a reasonable month indeed, and look at this, the temperature anomaly is coming out milder than average here, as it is for most parts of Europe as well. So that looks a very pleasant temperature signal for April, with temperatures widely above average. Going through to May, still hinting at above average temperatures, but less so than April. Not sure why that would be. Possibly a little bit of a change in wind direction. We might be bringing in the air a little bit more from that direction in May. But overall, still above average is the signal with the temperatures for both April and for May. And look at this, June looking significantly warmer than average as well through many parts of Europe. So a strong signal there. The temperature anomalies to be coming out warmer than average in June. A warm start to the summer, and this continues into July. So remember, in July we've got ridging tending to be around here and around here. There's weak pressure going on down here, with the jet stream probably going something like that. And I think the flow is coming in from the east-southeast, so it's pretty hot. But of course, with the weak pressure down here, we would be bringing up the risk of thunder at times as well. So July looks really mouth-watering, if you like, hot, stormy, thundery weather. That looks really good. It's 4 months away, though, so it isn't to be relied upon. Have to keep emphasising that. But if you like your summers hot and stormy, that looks quite good. Now we get to August, and it all goes a bit pear-shaped, doesn't it? We lose all of those warmer than average temperature anomalies, still hinting at being a little bit milder than average or warmer than average in August, but much closer to average. Looks like there's a significant drop in temperature taking place from sort of June, July through to August. And then we go through into September, 6 months away, so just for fun, and the temperature anomaly is all that warmth has drained away, and we're going back to average temperatures, possibly even hinting at being a little bit on the cooler than average side, if anything. And then what about precipitation? Well, April looking really good. So precipitation anomalies in April coming out drier than average through many parts of England and Wales, closer to average further north. Most parts of Europe drier than average as well in April. That looks like a really good start or middle part of the spring. So it's warmer than average, it's drier than average generally, and there's a lot of ridging going on as well in April. Go through to May, and again, if anything, we're hinting at being on a slightly drier than average side. June is closer to average, maybe a little bit surprisingly, given the pattern look quite anticyclonic. So possibly in June we have a few thunderstorms going on, a few thundery showers, but overall still probably more on the drier than average side, if anything. Now look at this, for July we're coming out wetter than average through most parts, particularly down to the west and the southwest as well. So again, that's indicative of all of the weak pressure going on there. Notice driving average up here, so that's where our ridge is going to be sitting, in that sort of area, and with low pressure pushing up from there and the high pressure trying to bring in the hot east-southeasterly winds. Again, that looks like a very, very classic scenario for thunder and high temperatures in July. Quite a mouth-watering prospect for lovers of convection. Then we go through to August, and it's coming out wetter than average, but this time it's lots more of an Atlantic signal, I think, in August. So August is the joker in the pack for this summer with today's 6 months look ahead, because we've got ridging around here and also going on up here, and I think we are probably setting up a trough through excuse me, many western and central parts of Europe, and I think we're probably moving the jet stream southwards as well. Might even be going on to the cooler side of the jet. So after a really good June and July for warm, dry weather. Again, I have to emphasise, not all of you want warm and dry conditions in the summer, but for those of you that do want that, looks good for June, and July also looks thundery, but we get to August and it looks like it turns much more unsettled. And then this continues into September, which just looks like a classic Atlantic-driven month. There's low pressure up here, there's high pressure down here, and the jet stream is running through, rather like that Atlantic-driven start to the autumn, which would be a little bit surprising because September tends to be a drier, one of our drier months of the year, so it would be quite surprising to get a really unsettled September. But it's 6 months away, so don't worry about it. Coming back to the more immediate time frame, the rest of spring is looking quite good, I have to say. April and May, which hopefully model is getting right, because it's only a couple of months away, those 2 months are looking pretty decent for a fair amount of dry and at least slightly warmer than average temperatures. Get through to summer. The earlier middle part of the summer is looking quite warm, maybe even hot in July, and stormy, and then possibly things go a bit down the pan for the latter part of the summer, but we won't worry about that. Right, that's today's, or this month's, CFS 6 months look ahead. We'll do it all over again next month, where we'll be going from May to October, of course, with the CFS 6 months look ahead next month. Don't forget to check out the weekend forecast if you haven't done that yet, and tomorrow we'll have our Sunday roundup, so come back for that. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching.